All right, y'all, today is Saturday, March the 15th, and I'm just starting my northbound thru-hike attempt of the Ozark Trail. Starting here at the 11-point section, western terminus, and actually started down at the beginning of Forest Service Road 4155. So a little bonus mile to get to the actual terminus. Huge shout out to my wife and my mom and dad for traveling with me up here, so I was able to leave a car up at Onondaga Cave State Park. And I should have made a day zero video because it was quite the adventure yesterday. In short, state troopers, almost a train derailment, down trees, wildfire, and last night we had to shelter in the bathroom at our hotel in West Plains, Missouri, with a PDS tornado just a few miles southeast of West Plains. The stories my mother will have at her Sunday school class tomorrow morning. I think she feels like she just thru-hiked the Ozark Trail. So yeah, hopefully that's not a foreshadowing of things to come on this hike. That tornado was on the ground and actually passed just west of Van Buren as well, where I dropped my first food cache off at Highway 60. Luckily, there's 5.5 days of food in that food cache and a bear canister, so hopefully it didn't get airborne. And I'll have some food to get me to Brushy Creek Lodge, which is where I dropped off another box and made a reservation. So I'm committed now in the middle of nowhere, Missouri, with my Subaru 230 miles north. But I'm pumped. I'm ready for this hike. Let's go get that triple O, man. All right, just a little over a mile in from the western terminus of the 11-point section. And like I said, I started at the start of Forest Service Road 4155. My mother's car had seen enough adventure, so I decided to walk that mile. But so far, the trail is well defined, easy to follow. It's a pretty foggy day, but we're only about 30 miles from the Arkansas border, so it feels a lot like home out here. Not exactly sure what creek that was I just crossed. That's probably the third water source I've passed in a few miles. A little different hike for me this time. On the Ozark Highlands Trail and on the Washita Trail, I had the luxury of section hiking those before I thru-hiked them. So I knew them pretty well. I knew exactly where I wanted to camp each night. I am just gonna wing this hike. I have no idea where I'm gonna camp any night other than Sunday, which will be day 9. Try to make it to Brushy Creek Lodge in 8.5 days. But other than that, just gonna let the trail provide, see what happens. Whether that's a successful strategy or not, to be determined. Not expecting water to be an issue on this hike. That's the main reason why I like to do these hikes this time of year. Don't have to stress about water availability. 12 hours of daylight, still cool at night, not too hot during the day. To me, it's the perfect time. Still have leaf-off views. Now, the biggest concern for this hike this time of year is the weather. Like that wedge tornado last night, and flooding could be an issue. But looking at the extended forecast, looks like I have a small chance of rain on Wednesday, which will be day 5. And the next chance of storms is Sunday the 23rd, which I plan on being at Brushy Creek Lodge. So not too bad for the first 10 days. Could be a lot worse. Lots of blowdowns through here. Looks pretty fresh. Wouldn't be surprised if this is from the storm last night. Slow going right now. Get our first view of the 11-point river down there. Obviously not showing up on the camera. Just trees blow down everywhere, y'all. So glad I didn't start yesterday. All right, you can clearly see the trail. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down right in the middle of it. Pretty much what it's been the last few miles. Just bushwhacking around them. Slow going. This is Bachman Spring. Very cool. All right, I'm gonna grab some water here. I just thought last week was, or 2 weeks ago in the Buffalo River Trail, that was type 2 fun. This is type 2 fun. Ran into more blowdowns, I'm assuming from the tornado. Just getting my ass kicked right now. Oh man, what a mess. This is like half mile per hour right now. Wow. I just snapped these trees like a toothpick, y'all. Here's the trail. Whew. Wild. The power of Mother Nature. Yeah, this is up there with some of the dumbest things I've ever done right here. Look at that. Just snapped them off in half. Twisted them. I'm trying to find the trail. It's somewhere right up there. Wow. Wish me luck. This thing was an absolute monster. I mean, as far as you can see over to that ridge. So I'm beginning to think that the backpacking gods were trying to tell me something yesterday. Oh man, day one, and I feel like I've gone 12 rounds with Tyson in his prime. My legs are shredded, but can't be like this for 230 miles, can it? Let's get through it, power through it, embrace the suck. Triple O. Day one on the Ozark Trail, battle wounds. Oh. Not bad. Made camp here near Boom Hole, I think it is, which is mile 16 from the 11-point terminus. My GPS got just a little over 18.3, but that's with a mile road walk from on County Road 4155 and at least a mile bushwhacking around all the blowdowns. Pretty crazy start here. That was easily one of the toughest days hiking I've ever had. I stopped counting the trees. It was probably around 100. Just insane. Just east of Bachman Spring is where it got really bad. So if you guys are planning a Ozark Trail hike, just be aware that the 11-point section is going to be in rough shape for a while. Got 12 more miles of the 11-point section, and then I'll be moving on to Between the Rivers section. So looking forward to that. Hopefully the trail will be a little bit more clear tomorrow and I can make a little better time, but my hamstrings are screaming from all the stepping up, climbing over, a cramp coming on. All right, I'll see you guys in the morning. Day two on the Ozark Trail. Getting a little later start than I had hoped, but obviously after yesterday, my body needed an extra hour of recovery. Just got the feet wet first thing this morning, gotta love it. A little cooler this morning in the mid 40s. I think the high today is somewhere in the mid 60s, so it looks like to be a perfect day for hiking. See if I can make it somewhere between 16 and 20 miles today. Hopefully the trail will be mostly clear. Legs are still on fire from all the scrapes from thorns and limbs. All right. Climb first thing this morning right above the 11-point river. Should have a pretty good view here in another mile or so. Should be finishing up the 11-point section sometime this afternoon and starting the Between the River section. So here we go on day two. Best view of the hike so far, looking down at the 11 Point River. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, river route goes that way, cuts off a few miles of the trail. The official Ozark Trail takes the upland route. This is probably the only time I'll ever do the Ozark Trail, so let's do all of it. Saying goodbye to the 11 Point section here at Katy Road Trailhead. almost 4:30. I'm 18 miles in for the day. Lots of flat spots around here, but I need water. Find some water and start thinking about somewhere to camp for the night. Not a whole lot going on here in the first part of the Between the Rivers section. Just a nice stroll through the Ozarks. I'm just doing Pineapple Expressing right down the trail. Making good time today.